All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, Akim, teacher and preacher in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. To you, I say Shalom. So I'm going to bring out this quick article. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to just get a couple points. If you want to read it, I'll leave it in the description. It says, Whitmer, COVID-19 spread could force closure of auto plants, other businesses, right? Because this lockdown is the second lockdown is coming soon. That first lockdown was just a test, just to see how people react, just to see what people would do. And now this next lockdown is going to be the big boy, so to speak, right? It says Lansing Governor Gretchen Whitmer indicated Wednesday that the continued operation of auto manufacturing plants could be in jeopardy if Michigan is unable to curb the recent growth of COVID-19 cases. So, it says manufacturing plants could be in jeopardy. That means what? That means that they're targeting the money makers, man. Right? This is what Esau is pushing. He wants the dollar to crash. He wants the economy to cripple. That way he can offer a new alternative, the new world order, that microchip, man, the mark of the beast. I'll grab another point. Right here it says, if Michiganders don't mask up when we're going out in public, cases could rise and we could be forced to close down more of our businesses, including auto manufacturing plants that employ thousands of Michigan workers, jobs that our whole economy depends on, Whitmer said Wednesday. So it says the whole economy depends on the automotive industry. So if you close down these plants, that's going to cripple what's left of this country, right? Because that last lockdown, it did a lot of damage, man. A lot of businesses closed, went out of business. They're not never going to return. You're only really seeing staple businesses now, like Target, Walmart, Meijer, right? Five Guys, and all these different restaurants that are what's the word? I would just say more dominant in an economic sense. But if they close down if they close down the country again, man, that won't matter, because a lot of those businesses will go out of business. And this economy cannot handle another lockdown like the last one. And it was only 2 months, 2.5 months, right? You still had essential workers working, but majority of those businesses are unable to return, man, due to that 2.5 months of idleness, right? So I'm gonna grab this precept. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So this is the time to remember your Creator, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you are the children of Israel, right? The children of Israel has a God, a power. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. Those are the true, powerful names of the Almighty and his Son. So you must remember your Creator, right, while you can, before there is no more going to bars and going to the mall and going to work. Because, hey, Jake out here, they like to work, man. Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. but you there every day. Why? Because you need to pay them bills. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out out of the windows be darkened. So it says, when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right, and the strong men shall bow themselves. That's the elites, right? The top heads of the society. And it says, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Grinders is workers, right? In the ancient world, they had something called a millstone, and you would grind mill with that, and you will hear it in the streets, that grinding. Just like if you're in a plant, you can hear all the ambient noises. You can hear everybody shooting their drills and smacking things, that ambient noise of work being done, right? You're not going to hear that anymore. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So when you look out the window, you're supposed to see your future. You're supposed to see light. You're supposed to see what's to come next. But there's no future in this place, man. It says that it will be darkened. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's what hey man, you see that now, right? The doors of the streets shall be shut. You go to these little strip malls and you see for lease or out of business, closed until further noticed. The sound of grinding is low. I just explained that with the grinders cease, right? It's going to be, you're not going to hear work in the streets, man. It says, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So when you wake up in the morning, it's going to be quiet, man. Nobody doing nothing. So that's what's coming to America, man. This place is about to be finished. It's about to be done, man. I got another precept. The book of John, chapter 9 and verse 4. And it reads, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. This is Yahushua speaking, as you can see in the red. The night cometh when no man can work. So there's a time where you must labor, because no man labor at night. You labor in the daytime, and that's and at night, that's when you rest. So it says the night cometh when no man can work. That night that cometh is ultimately the day of the Lord, because the scriptures say that day is dark. It's going to be a dark day. Shall not that day be dark? Let me grab that real quick. Amos chapter 5, I think it's verse 17. Verse 18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or into the house, and lean his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? So that day is going to be dark, man. That day, ain't nobody going to be working. Ain't nobody going to be at Foot Locker trying to sell some sneakers, where the chariots is zapping people in the streets while all hell is breaking loose. Ain't nobody going to be trying to farm and plant crops while brothers is being beamed up in the chariots. So we're coming into that time where there will be no work, man. So we have to do the work now. We have to labor now. And the scriptures say that the Heavenly Father is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love for his name. So the more work you do, hey, the better. Like the brother from the Los Angeles cat brought out. If you can do more, if you can do more abundantly, then do it. That goes to me as well. Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai put the Holy Spirit on me that I may do more videos. You know, this is just one of many. Yahweh Ratazah. But yeah, America is finished, man. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I think it's bomb. Let's see. Yeah. So America is finished, bro. I'm gonna start up because this is all good. I'm gonna start at Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 5. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. So the Heavenly Father has never forsaken Jacob. The scriptures say that I am the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob were not consumed, in the book of Malachi. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So all these nations set up their system in the likeness of Babylon. Right, got their people working damn near 6-7 days a week, paying them 2 weeks after they should be paid. Right, you got homosexuality running rampant in this earth, democracy. So, the nations have drunk of that wine, man, and it says that they are mad. Verse 8, this is the point. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Right. So it's like, what's that balm? That balm, let me get this word. Tazaraya. It says to crack as by pressure, hence to leak. Distill, that is balm. I want to see what that says in the blue letter. Jeremiah 50 Jeremiah 51 and 8. Bear with me. Tazariah says a kind of balm, salve, a merchandise, a medicine, as medicine, right? Let's look this up. Balsam, an aromatic resins, substance such as balm, excluded by various trees and shrubs, and used as a base for certain fragrances in medical and cosmetic preparations. So, man, put some medicine on this whore, right? It says, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, right? This place, you could pump billions of dollars of stimulus checks into this place, man, and it's not gonna be back on his feet. You can give Jake all of these different benefits and different luxuries when it comes to, universal basic income, right? But it's not going to be healed. Babylon is going to fall. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reached unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So, every man, right, starting with the heathen, is going to go back to his own country. Moab going to go back to Moab land. Ammon going to go back to Ammon land. Elam back to Elam. All these different nations, right? Ham gonna go back to Mizraim. All these different heathen nations are gonna go back home, man, when they realize, yo, this place is through. So they're making as much money as they can right now. But once they see that there's no more money to be made in this place, why? Because everything is being locked down, everything is being closed due to COVID. They're gonna go back home. It says, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, our power. So we must declare these things, man. We have to declare the work of the Lord. It's the Lord that's bringing this place down. And it has been, and slowly and surely but steadily being crippled by the Heavenly Father since the late 1960s, when Abba Bivens came on the scene and started to teach you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. So the Heavenly Father is stirring up these heathen nations in order to fulfill his purpose. That's why World War III is going to happen. Armageddon, or in the Hebrew, Armageddon. So these things must come to pass, and them locking down this country is going to further process the prophecies in them manifesting. So that's pretty much it. I don't even want to make this too long. Lord willing, this was edifying and faith boosting. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom.